Welcome back to Crazy Dave's Crew. I'm Laura, and you're watching Thursday Threads. Today, I want to open up my sew-up box, which we opened it the other day, but this time I'm going to open it up and show you how to do the project. And I am excited about this one. I have never worked with vinyl, and I have a confession to make. I avoid zippers whenever I can. I don't think I can say I'm scared of them. I'm just not comfortable, I guess. So it's time for me to get out of my comfort zone and try some new things. It's what I ask of you guys. So I'm going to practice what I preach. So let's get started. Before we get started, I want to remind everybody about the Thursday Threads Book Club. The second Tuesday of October, we're going to be talking about The Cat, the Quilt, and the Corpse. So be on the lookout. It is a Facebook group, Thursday Threads Book Club. And we are going to make the Sew Up Box clear mini pouches. And there's enough in here to make 3. And we have, I love this. These instructions are awesome. There is a link on the back here, apparently, where we can get a PDF pattern. So if I want to make more, I can. So we have got 10 gauge vinyl, zippers, thread, sewing pins, and sewing machine needle, which I have recently changed. That'll go nicely with some of the fabric that came in the box. Let's put that back in there. Well, I know I'm also going to need some little clips, because you don't want to pin the vinyl. The fewer the holes, the better. I have not made one yet. I'm going blind. You are going to get to see a 100% review of Taylor's project and her instructions. Based on what I'm seeing, it's very clear cut. But this video should be 15 minutes or less. Alright, well, the first thing I'm going to do is remove my piecing foot. Those of you who are familiar with me are going, oh, she's removing her piecing foot, because I sew just about everything with my piecing foot. And I'm going to get a new, look what I got. Isn't that great? A new spool. But these are pretty cool. That little holder. It holds quite a few. A lot more than what my thing up here does. And if I know I am doing a lot of projects, then I think I'm going to want more than just 1 or 2 bobbins. Okay. Butterfingers today. There we go. Put my thread catcher. And they recommend that you use the longest stitch. Basically, the fewer the holes, the better. So I'm going to put my zipper foot on, if I can. There we go. And I'm going to adjust it goes up to a 5. You could use a basting stitch. Isn't this great? My son, Dave, bought this for me one year. I think it's just as pretty as it can be. Yeah, this is the kind of thing one of my kids, they're thinking and they get me something awesome, but it's a little in the way, so I'm going to just kind of move it out of the way. But I love it. It's a replica of a vintage, but I love it. So I'm going to put my piecing foot right in the middle of my bobbin holder. Now there are 3 pieces here. Oh, do not use your iron. This is like a vinyl plastic. The iron will melt it. So we've got one. And somehow in here we've got another one. I am really very satisfied with this box. You know, there's some other boxes you look at, they give you enough for making one. Well, what if you make a mistake? Type thing. So I'm going to put these over here. I think I want my green one. But this tailor with the Sew Up box, if I understand it correctly, she and her team come up with these designs. They come up with the patterns. They do all the cutting. They put it all together. And just excellent customer service. If I've ever had a question, she answers very quickly. Alright, let me get myself situated. I have my foot, everything's ready. So, the first instruction is to sew one side of the zipper taped to one short edge of the clear vinyl, right side of the zipper facing the vinyl. Okay. So, there's the right side. And, okay, one problem with the clear. Let's see here. It's clear, you can't see it. That should be just about perfect. Because it really should fit the whole thing. Yep. Alright, so we're just going to match that right up and pin it. Not pin it, clip it. Of course, there's going to be just a little bit of overhang. This one is right, well, a little bit overhang. A little bit of overhang, but we can trim that when we get finished before we turn it. And seam allowances are a 1/2 inch. But I think for the zipper, actually, you know what? Let's do it this way. I think I will have an easier time with it. You're going to see me being butterfingers. That's okay. I want to be extra careful. And yeah, those of you who know me, she's not pinning. Nope, I'm not pinning. You can use the sewing clips. And I have a little box of them, and they're so cute, and I just love them. But I did a cleanup, and now I can't find them. Does it ever happen to you guys? Alright, I said this is new for me, so bear with me. You know what, I want to move this. Let's just do that right there. I want to kind of putting my foot where it's on top of the zipper, but my needle is right to the left of the zipper. And I'm going to do a couple stitches. Okay. That's not what I wanted to do anyway. I've already screwed up. I want to do it on this side. And I'm going to put my, so I have this all clipped. The right side of the zipper is facing the vinyl. I'm putting my vinyl on the top and my zipper on the bottom, because I just tried it and it just didn't seem to want to do what it was supposed to do. This is right next to, so there's my zipper right here, and here's my needle. Of course, it might help if I have my vinyl underneath the foot. What do y'all think? Think that'll help? So let's get this in here again and try this again. I'm pretty proud of myself. I did some experimentation in the kitchen the other day. I made pina colada jam. I also made cinnamon apple jam, or jelly. And those are both new for me. Holding it down. I think my fingers are in the way for you seeing. And I think it's going to take some practice. One for the zipper foot and two for the vinyl. This is different. So again, I like that she's giving us plenty to work with. My first one may not be that great, but I bet I'll improve on the second and third one. Number one, it's not a race. You can go slow. I'm still nice and even there, so that's good. The vinyl's wanting to catch on my machine and stick all the way to the end, and then we're going to finish that up. Make sure we clip all of our tails. You know what? I think for my very first time, I think I did pretty good, huh? Now, you cannot iron this, so you're going to have to just finger press it. And we're going to bring the other end over to this side and kind of make sure that we're even. I'm going to use her box as a, trying to see it on the, my pad, my cutting pad is a little, making my eyes swim. Well, I want to make sure that my edges are kind of even. And it sure does look like it. So I'm going to clip that. Now let's see about this side. Yep, that's fairly even, so I know we're good across. Let's do another one over here. And I'm going to do it the same way with my fabric. Oh. Nope, that didn't work. I need up a little bit more. So that's down. And I want this. It definitely wants to stick together. Again, a big one, we want them to be even and against the edge. Definitely gonna take practice, but that's why she gives you more than one. Let's go ahead and clip that way. I know I've got this up here even. If we have all that even, then everything should fall into place. Okay. Now let's check our sides. And I wish that's one y'all could see better. But yeah, no, I'm pretty even on the sides. Because we are going to have to sew down the sides too. Alright. So I'm putting my zipper fabric side on the bottom because the vinyl doesn't want to move. So good to know. Vinyl is going to stick. And that's alright. So I'm going to do this again the way I did it before. My needle just a little ways away from the zipper. And let's do a couple of stitches. And now let's go back. Take that off. Make sure everything's still even. And I'll tell you, if I tried something new and it came out perfect the first time, I think I'd faint, but where's the fun in that? Because if you get it perfect the first time, then you don't get to do it again and again, right? My husband, when I fix a meal or something and he likes it, I'll say, well, what'd y'all think? He says, I think you need to practice some more. And that's always his way of saying he liked it. He wants me to make it again. My hand keeps wanting to go up here, but I want y'all to see. Alright. Get that as even as I can. And it's not a race. And all the way to the end. And back stitch. And forward stitch. Clip the ends. at the end. Now we are going to go in here and we're going to open up the zipper. And we're just following right along her instructions. We're on step 4 now. And I kind of like the way she did it, where you had a little bit of a, you know, it was like in the middle. Okay. So I want these open. That's too far. But what I love is you can customize this and make it your own. You can do it at the top. You can do it at the bottom. Well, I guess that's the same difference. Do it right in the center. Do it just a little ways down. Put that. And how's my sides? They're pretty good. And I want this to be up next to each other. That's something with zippers. If you sew them and you leave them open at a large distance, it's not going to close. So make sure your zipper is going to be real close together. Let's see. Now this time, it's going to be the vinyl on the sewing machine. So I'm going to have to be very careful and work this through. And we want a 1/2 inch seam. So let's double check. Let's see. So there's my needle. There's the 1/2. So I'm going to want the edge right on the right side of my zipper foot. Not a bad guide. And as always, if you need to, you can always get one of these magnetic seam guides, which is great if you're using pins, but not so great if you're using the clips. But there we go. If you need that, I remember my mom, she always had a piece of masking tape on her machine. And so we're going to try to, there we go. And we're going to back stitch. Not a race, go nice and slow. When in doubt, you can always use your handle. Oh, that's moving along so nicely. Okay. I definitely want to go nice and slow over the zipper teeth part. Very carefully trying to monitor where my side is. And I'm going to go back and forward. I'm going to clip my ends. Being clear plastic, you definitely do not want all your tails being visible. Guess what? We're going to do the same thing to the other side. I bet you didn't know that, huh? Okay, this is wickedly simple. I love it. And of course we could do this with fabric. Won't be able to see through it. But you can make little zipper pouches out of your fabric. This would be awesome. Little travel pouches. Little sewing tool pouches. With little change purses. And you're going to take this off. You notice I am going nice and slow. I've still got my edge of my vinyl right up to the right side of my zipper foot. Trying hard not to get my fingers in the way so you can see. Now I'm just going to use my turning knob. And yes, this is going to go over just a little bit. We're going to trim that. Oh, this is great. One more. Yay. And back. And forward. Trim the tails. And more over here. There we go. Now comes the fun part. We have to turn it. This is one time when I don't know that I would use forceps or hemostats or any of those. I think I would just use my hands very carefully. Okay, that looks like a mess. But let's see what else we can do. Alright, I see my zipper. This is great. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to trim this. So let's pull that back out again. Just a little trim. And that's good. Let's do this again now. Back in we go. Have another thread I want to cut. What do y'all think? I just turned it back. Alright, we're going to try this again. Alright, let's just keep trying this. I can do this. I can. Worked so hard and I just did it the way it was. Alright. Now I think I've got it the right way. Now if you've got any kind of a turner or a corner, but be very, very careful. This is my Alex Anderson 4-in-1 tool and I've lost the lid to this, but there's my seam ripper and it had the edge of it was stuff for smoothing out. I have a stiletto on this end. And then I've got a corner tool. Guess what happens if you're too rough with it in the corners? Yeah, you're going to poke a hole in it. So I don't want to be too rough. And it's okay if it takes me a minute, you know. We're not in a rush. You go too fast, you miss things. We're just going to kind of... You know what? I think this is the hardest part of the whole thing. And it's another case of practice. Very gently. Okay, well I got one side looking good. Thread's wanting to stick. My goodness. There it is. It's wanting to stick together. Alright, that may have to be something I work at later. There we go. Let's just kind of... I would be lying if I said I wasn't getting a little frustrated with it wanting to stick together, not wanting to get nice corners. You know what? Hey, there we go. You know what? I am getting my hemostat. Hemostat. They come, and then they lock. Let's see what we can do here, because that's in there. Gently pulling, because I really don't want to rip it. And I got these from Amazon. I'll try to send my husband a link, or I'll try to put them into our Amazon shop, and probably under the As Seen on Thursday Threads. They come in so handy when I'm making dolls. Like, where is it? Like this one. Trying to get everything out and smoothed out is difficult. So these come in real handy. And they seem to be coming in handy for this vinyl too. The vinyl is wanting to stick, so I'm just going to try to reach in there and grab it. Oh, hey, look at that. It's coming. Now let's see if I can finish it with this. Hey, there we go. That's not too bad. Yeah? We're getting there. So this is, I'm going to take that and just kind of push it. Again, very gently, because I don't want to tear a hole in my vinyl. Alright, well that's sort of what it's going to look like. It's going to take me a little bit of work to get the corners out. That corner is good. This one's better. This one's good. This one needs some work. But there we go. What do y'all think? And the hardest and longest part was getting it folded outward, getting all of the strings off of it, because it just is attracting the strings. But talk about cute little project. And it's utilitarian. It has a nice use. You can find a use for this. It's not just something that you know, it is just just is. It's something that has a purpose. I like making towels, towel toppers and towel holders and things. Yes, it's pretty, but it does serve a purpose. Am I not wanting to lay down? Lots of finger pressing. No iron. Alright. Alright, so I've still got two corners that need a little bit of work. There we go. And that was the first one I've ever done. And I was just kind of following her directions. I just had them right here. I'm just looking. Right. Oh, it said to use pinking shears on the zipper. Oops. I missed that part. Carefully poke the corners out with a dull pin or something similar. Oh, that would have worked too. I also think this worked. I'm quite pleased. It's cute. Ah, you know what I know? Ha. Talk about it being a handy little thing. Let's see, and there's a regular foot. There's my piecing foot, and there's my magnetic guide. All in my little zipper pouch. And I did my placement exactly like she did on hers. I think I'm going to play around with my other two and see about maybe putting one up across the top. And we'll just, I have two more pieces of vinyl I can play with. And I just might see about playing with some fabric on this. See if I can make some other little ones. Writing. Oh, this is great. It is not her fault that I had some trouble with the vinyl sticking to my machine. It is not her fault that I am having trouble with the corners. That I think is just going to be an individual thing. And my zipper doesn't look great. But again, I'm not real big on zippers, so this is going to take some practice. Her instructions were fabulous. These are fabulous. So I'm going to tell you, I think she did an excellent job. And I did this blind. Like I said, I've still got my other pieces. We just went with it. So wish me luck on my next couple, and we'll kind of go from there. Check down in the description for an affiliate link to the Sew Up Box. Doesn't cost you any extra, but I will get a little bit back from her if you order with my affiliate link. Also check for anything from our Amazon store, like the hemostat or the Alex Anderson 4-in-1. Again, those are affiliate links. It does help us out a little bit. No extra charge to you. And trust me, if you're doing things where you're turning stuff or making dolls or anyway, you're going to want some hemostats. And I like this tool real well because hate those little bitty steam rippers. This one, it's a nice big one. So easy to work with. And if you did not sign up for the Sew What box, sometimes they'll have extra kits for sale, so you can always go to thesewwhatbox.com and check out their past boxes. So I believe you can, you could still get this project. All right. I hope you've had a great day. Find us on Facebook, Thursday Threads Online Book Club, Thursday Threads Book Club, Sewing and Crocheting for Beginners. Don't forget our Crazy D Range and Rabbitry, if for nothing else, just to take a look at the cute rabbits, see what's going on in our lives, and of course, Crazy Dave's Crew. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Put something fun under the needle and enjoy your afternoon. I, however, am going to be fighting with my plastic corners. Without ripping a hole in them. Oh, I think I got it. Maybe. Just pulled out just enough. Okay, not perfect, better. I got my two bottom ones, the one top, still got to work on the top right one. For my first one, I'm fairly satisfied. This was all new to me. Try something new this week and send us pictures, let us know what's going on. What have you tried that was out of your comfort zone this week? I look forward to seeing them, and we'll see you next time, right here on Crazy Dave's Crew.